Hey guys, it's Tiffany from Bella Juicy Love. Hello, happy fall. I am here to share with you guys today a mini album that I made for my cousin Jasmine. She has a beautiful family and two beautiful little girls that she takes great pictures of, so I wanted to make her something that she could fill up with pictures of her princesses and her husband, and maybe some pictures of her extended family too. Hint, hint. She told me that her favorite color is purple, so I searched high and low to find a purplish paper stack that wasn't too, I don't want to say cheesy, but that was kind of classy and pretty modern. And I found this paper stack by Kathy Davis, and it's called Journeys. I'm not sure if the paper stack is called Journeys or if it's called Scatter Joy or if that's just her little tagline, but either way, Kathy Davis, Journeys, Scatter Joy. And this also came in like an aqua, the same designs with a different color palette, but this purple worked. I think it's beautiful. The paper is kind of simple. Not that Jasmine is a simple person, but she definitely is not as flashy as me, so I didn't go all out with the bling and the embellishments on the album. So, but this is the paper stack, and there's some textures. There's some textures in there, and some nice aqua colors that I tried to blend in with the purple. Okay, and I also used a few stacks from the a few pieces from the Die Cuts with a View letterpress stack. There's none left in here. I actually used all the purple, but I will show you, whoopsie, the letterpress stack is absolutely gorgeous. It's embossed like a letterpress, and it's so smooth. I love it. I just think that these are great. My daughter Shayla actually bought this paper stack for me at Michael's, and probably the only reason she bought it is because it was $2.97. So she dug deep into her pockets to give me a gift, and come to think of it, she probably bought this with money that her dad or I gave her. But it's the thought that counts, right? Okay, and so for the album, I used the Build-A-Page tutorial by Kathy Orta at Paper Phenomenon, and this is probably my, probably my 10th Build-A-Page album that I've made, and I love them. I actually make bases. I just make the base pages when I'm watching TV or watching a movie with my family. I'll just sit there and make the base pages. I've almost got it so that I don't even need to use the directions anymore. There's a few cuts that I still need to use the tutorial for, but I've pretty much got it down. So Kathy Orta at Paper Phenomenon, love you. I used the hidden hinge binding system, but as you can see, made it much bigger than most people do, because I wanted Jasmine to be able to put a lot of pictures in here, and I didn't go crazy with the embellishments on the inside, just so there was more room for pictures. And able to allow for that, I made bigger gussets. They're actually almost a ½ an inch instead of a ¼ of an inch. And I'll show you, I have another album here, another Build-A-Page album that's not finished, that has the ¼ inch gussets, and you can tell the difference that this one is much smaller, not as much room for pictures and whatnot, and it's definitely not as bulky. So, okay, my closure, I'll start with that first. One thing I have noticed with, maybe it's just me, it probably is, with these bulkier albums, is that with just one single closure in the middle that ties it together, what I'm finding is that after a little bit of time, the album is curling like it will start to get a curve in it, and I figured out a way to prevent that, and it is by adding 2 more closures. So I have a closure at the top and middle and the bottom, and they're the same type, but it just gives a little bit stronger, well, not stronger, it just kind of evens out the pull on the middle one so you don't get that curl. Plus the ribbon is pretty, and I'm sure if somebody was a little more talented than me, they could figure out a way to make it close without all the ribbons, but as of right now I can't do that, so this works and I think it's pretty. So for the cover, I just put some pearls. I tried to keep it simple. I put some pearls in my little signature Recollections butterflies. This was a, well, you can probably see under it, it was an epoxy brad, like a really big epoxy brad, like 1.5 inches maybe, and I layered Prima flowers over it and sprayed them a little bit with some glimmer mist. I think it was Mardi Gras, and put a little lace covered brad in the middle and used that for my center closure. And these are just some it's some lace trim from, I think it's either Bo Bunny or Webster's Pages. I use this a lot and I can never remember if it's one or the other, Bo Bunny or Webster's Pages. And here this is just a little wooden cutout. And I don't know if you can tell, my lighting is terrible in here, but I used Silver Sugar glimmer mist over the entire front and the back. And the back I just left relatively plain with a little swirly here and some brads. These are brads, and just a little wooden block to cover up my closure from the back. I made what I call a rookie mistake on the back. As you can see, there's a big blob of purple ink there, which reminds me that I distressed everything in here with Tim Holtz Dusty Concord. And what happened was I was cutting some paper and I had the cover off my ink and the book was laying up against it, so bam, big old purple blob of ink. And I didn't really have any way to cover it since it was right in the middle, and I tried putting embellishments there and all kinds of different little things to try to cover it up, but I finally just decided that I might as well leave it, and little mistakes like that is what makes an album handmade and a little more personal. Okay, so we'll get to the inside, and I'll try to go relatively quick. I know this is probably going to be a little longer video than normal for me, but I will try to talk fast. Okay, so we open up, and on the inside cover, these are just some little rub-ons from K & Company, and this is what I use to cover, oops, I guess I gotta put a little ink there. You can see that my brads that I use for the closures are very long. They're extra long brads, so that it went through everything, and I put a little hot glue in there just to make sure that these closures, these ribbons, were not going anywhere. So this, I don't know if you can see it all, you'll see it when I pull the tags out, was this shimmery purple. It's just an envelope that I folded in like a little quarter and cut the ends off to make a pocket. And this is just a little epoxy. This was just a little envelope from a Smash journal. I put a little purple paper on it to match the collection. And on the inside, I cut out a bunch of little tags for journaling and dates, and some small ones that she can use, probably just like for dates, like I said, that she can put throughout the album. And there's also some lined ones in there. These are from K & Company. So, and I'll just put all this, oopsie, little ribbon from the closure got stuck on my ring. Okay, that's really gonna annoy me. There we go. Okay, moving on. And here's another little tag. And don't laugh at these, but I love different colors. I just love color. So every time I go to Home Depot, I go over to the paint department and look at paint samples and These are actually paint chip samples that I took. I don't want to say stole. I know they're free, but I feel bad going in there sometimes because generally I take a handful. But anyway, they matched the collection. I thought they were nice, so I cut some of them up and put them inside the tags. Jasmine will have to use a Sharpie on them because a regular pen just goes right through the paint. My kids make fun of me for that, for taking paint samples, but I also make earrings and bracelets out of them, and they really like those, and they don't make fun of me then when they're wearing them. Okay, and here's just a little a frame that she can flip up and put some photos under, and a photo mat on the back, and just some plain old photo mat tags. I tried to get some different sizes in there so she could put some different size pictures throughout it. And here's just a little epoxy, look, there's glue on that, there it goes, a little epoxy brad that I stuck on the back to cover up my closure. Okay, so all the pages, there's 6 pages in here, and they all have the same amount of, they all have initially 3 pull-out tags, so I'm not going to pull all of those out of every page, but I will show you where they are in the book. Okay, so the first page just flips up, and here, hope you can see that, here I just made a little, I cut out a little label punch and glued just the sides and cut out 2 photo mats that just stick right in there. And this I left blank. This is the foundation page, the base page. They're all like this, and then they have attachments that go on them. And so each page has a pull-out on the inside, which I just made. Photo mats, they're pretty much the same throughout, different colors of course. And I thought this ribbon was pretty. I'll just put that back together when I'm done. So there's one pull-out, and here's another one from the top, and I made them all different. And then there's a pull-out on the side of each page. So each base page, there's 6, has room to fit all these 3 pull-outs plus whatever other tags I put in there. That's one thing I love about the Build-A-Page, is that you can really stuff it full of tags and pictures. So in here I just made 2 little slide out tags. This was a boo-boo. This was supposed to be one large pocket, but when I punched a hole in the cover here to put the brad closure in, this page was stuck to it, so I ended up poking a hole in that one too with my crocodile. So I had to improvise, and I saved it, yay! Okay, so the second page, I love these. I've been putting these in my mini albums more and more. This idea I got from Gem's Isle, and it opens up like this, and these flip out and up and down so that you can put pictures in. Nice and compact, and you can fit a lot of pictures in there. It reminds me of a photo cube, an explosion box. I don't know if you've seen those, but the style kind of reminds me of those. So I left this page blank, but you have still your 3 pullouts, 1, 2, 3, that every page has. Then we'll turn the page, and here's a little half tag or half page pop up. And here I just put some more of the lace from the cover and some tags to pull out. I think these might be the paint chip cards, paint chip tags again. And then on the inside of the little flap, I put this little envelope here, and I fussy cut this out of the paper and put some stickles on it. And I also stickled hope and love. I thought those words stuck out and they were really pretty, and I like them with the stickles. And then I stamped a little tag. My friend Sandra would be so proud of me because I normally don't stamp. I'm not good at it, but I'm really trying to get better. So I actually stamped 3 of these little cards in the album, so yay. Okay, and then this next page has a little 4x4 pocket, and here's some more of the little tags that I stamped, and another just little pull-out photo mat, and then the 3 tags that pull out, and this flips up. I left it blank where she could put some pictures on the top and the bottom. Okay, and then the next page I left this blank so she could put a nice 5x7 here. And then these, I believe these tags are from a Die Cuts with a View collection called Le Chateau Lavender. And they don't super match, but they do have some pretty purple flowers on them, so I fussy cut them out and put a little bit of stickle on them, and good to go. And this page I just left blank along with the 3 pull-out tabs, photo mats. And this is the letterpress paper. I love the feel of it. It's so smooth, and oh, I just love it. So I left this blank. I think this was just a little boo-boo that I made, so I put a little wooden block there. You have your 3 pull-outs, and this opens up like this, and then it opens like this. And then on the inside, let me just move over a little. There we are. On the inside, there's a little pocket with another pull-out, a little photo mat. And as you can see, these flowers are upside down. And the reason for that, and I put some little pearls on them. I don't know if you can see them, but they're adorable. The reason for that is because when I initially made the album, I had it so that this page flipped on the inside like this, but it was just so, I couldn't really get it to close properly or function right, so I ended up having to flip it like that so that it went on the inside, and that worked. So here I just put a little Paper Studio Bling bird, and I'll turn the page, and this page is actually almost identical to the page before it with the little pocket, and here I made 2 shiny photo mats. I don't know if you can tell they're shiny because of my lighting. I'm sorry, my lighting is so bad. The colors probably aren't even picking up to do this album justice, but the purples in this album, they're just beautiful. And another little mat. This was one of my favorite pieces of paper. It said beauty on it, and I just liked it. I thought it was pretty. I tried not to cut the beauty at all, and I put some shimmery paper or pull tabs from, this is a Stampin' Up! Tab punch that my friend Sandra lets me borrow occasionally. And this next page, I just put 3, I clipped these on. They're just 3 little photo mats or journaling tags. And one little trick, I like to use these clips in my albums, and I also like to use paper clips and usually I cut things out from the album or put things like this on them, little gems. I have learned that if you keep your clips close to the edge, if you clip your things right up on the edge instead of clipping it all the way on like this, that believe it or not, having this little space here, up here, makes it so that your album closes so much better. You don't have this interfering with the page before it and making the page bendy or anything. So just a quick little tip. And then we turn the page, and I have clipped on another little photo pocket that I made. And I'm going to explain this one a little bit. My kids make fun of me. I like to save tags from clothing. If it's a nice clothing tag, I love to save it. If it's pretty, I like to save it. And these I just thought were so cute. I got these. This tag was actually together like this, and it opened, but I cut it in half and obviously put these little ribbons on it. But I got this from a little handbag, a Paper Chase handbag, and I just thought this is so darn cute for this album. It's I got purple in the background, and so I just put a little tab punch on the back that she can do some journaling on. And the same with this one, the birds, so cute, and the little butterfly, and I put another shimmery little tag on here, and the same with this side. And then this tag I got off a dress that I brought for my granddaughter Exie a few weeks ago to wear to church, and I just thought this was perfect for the collection, and it's nice. I mean, it's chipboard and I like them. And the back, I also put a little epoxy paper clip on there. In the back I just put a few little, or 2 little tags for journaling or small photos. Okay, we're almost done. The next page I left blank underneath there, also underneath the mats, or the clothing tag pocket. Here's just a little K & Company sticker that says "Home is where the heart is." I thought the butterflies were pretty and matched the paper. Another little paper clip, and we'll turn the page, and this flips up. I left this blank also because like I said, I really like the beauty page, and this I left plain. There I clipped on some more tags. Oops, my clip's in the wrong spot. I clipped on some more tags that I cut these out of the, like I said, I think it's called Le Chateau Lavender, and then this is from the letterpress. Sorry, my paper clip malfunctioned here. Okay, I missed a page, sorry about that. It was clipped together, sorry, oopsie. So after this page comes this page. I was wondering where it went, and this is just another little half pocket page, and I don't know where it went. I had a tag that went in there. Well, anyway, in this pocket there is a photomat tag somewhere that is elusive and 007-ish and has escaped. That's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, well, anyway, moving on. I put a little paper clip here and another little paint chip card inside, and a small little embellishment from K & Company. And this page I just cut out a bunch of tags, different shapes, punched the corners of some of them just to give it a little bit of decoration that she can use for journaling, or really tiny pictures, like maybe like a little school picture. And then I already showed you the inside of that, so we'll go to the very back cover, and I made another one of the flip out photo mats, but this one I put a different kind of closure on it. Instead of using a ribbon, I used magnets, so it just flips out like that and opens like this and then flips over to the side and closes back up, and that is it. Alright, thank you for hanging in there with me. I know this was a long video, and I hope, Jasmine, I hope you really like this. I know it took a little bit longer for me to build than I had anticipated or even that I wanted, but you know my life. So I do hope you love it, and I hope you, all my viewers, like it, and that is it. I'll see you next time. Bye!